Ooh. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. We have 73% to go, right? Am I right there? Right, yeah. 12-7, yes. 73% to go. Wonderful progress. So I still need another 73%. For some fucking reason, the cocksucking Baltimore Orioles didn't get their lineups in at the time. No matter how many times we refresh. There we go. There's a refresh. Somebody's going crazy outside. I live downtown Fort Lauderdale. Sometimes the natives get fucking crazy. Yeah, the lives are in. All right, there you go. It's a refreshing time. And you got to refresh it, and it's really fucking annoying. But look, this is what happens. This is when we're geeks. I have fucking errands to run, yet we can't leave until we get these fucking lineups in. Once baseball season starts, understand you got to reserve that shit the night before because the Sharks are crazy. Fucking Sharks are crazy. 3 hours before the fucking first pitch, these fucking things will be full. And it kind of sucks because I like to make the lineups live this way. Once you get the lineup plugged in, you can put it into other games. Whatever. Begars cannot be choose ours. All right, so that's in. That's in. That's in. Sorry about these little technical glitches, but fuck it, if you're a geek, you don't give a shit about the technical stuff. You just want to get the fucking lineups in. But we need more. Literally, Baltimore just put the fucking lineup card in, so you got to get the refresh. It's one of the biggest problems with doing fantasy baseballs because basically, if you're OCD, usually you say fuck the Orioles. I just won't use any Orioles, and you know what'll happen? The Orioles will be all over the winning line. My own obsessive compulsive nature cannot allow that to fucking happen, so the errands could wait. And if not, you always have a backup. MLB always gets the lineups first. There's your hot tip of the day. Let's make some fucking lineups, bitches. Got fucking 70% to go on the Kickstarter. We gotta clear all these fucking little names out here. Gotta get these fuckers out of the way. It's always good to have a playlist. Tinker around while you're tinkering to get all your screens on tact. First pitch, hour and 44 from now. Oh, it's like my favorite part of the day, making the fucking lineups. I'm a dork and I don't care. I'm an old dork. I've plowed enough rains in my life. It's one good thing about getting old. If you feel like you peaked when you were young, you could settle into being old and having your crazy routines, like writing comic books and making fantasy lineups. For you football junkies like me, they also have just put up the early birds on Draftkings. They're trying to beat underdog at their own game. You could do fucking best ball drafting for the NFL and just go blind on the rookies. It's crazy. And I already have like fucking 20 lineups in. Why? Because I'm a psychopath. Tim, your fucking books are going all. All right, good. Most excellent stuff. Thank you. Just very good. Usually when you get a fucking emails from these guys, they're bitching about something. All right, here we go. First team up, Atlanta Braves. No Ian Anderson on the board just yet. All right, what do we got? Nick Allen on the board. Michael Harris, nothing. De La Cruz, nada. Garrett Cooper on the board. Drake Baldwin on the board. Luke Williams on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Leone, who was a 2 card. That bumps Mr. Drake Baldwin out. Sandy Leone is in. Charles LeBlanc, also a 2 card, playing the hot corner, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some new names. New names. Mr. Anderson gave up a hit and 4 walks while striking out 4 over 3.5 scoreless innings during Thursday's Grapefruit League game against the Marlins, facing most of Miami's likely opening day lineup. Anderson once again had trouble getting the ball into the strike zone consistently, even though he was able to escape any damage as a result. The 26-year-old right-hander has issued 9 free passes in 8 spring innings so far and against only 5 strikeouts. While he remains a favorite to open the season in the rotation due to the fact that he's out of minor league options, his stint could be a brief one if his control doesn't come around. Well, fuck him. That's why we read the fucking cards, people. Sandy Leone, no recon, but he's a 2-card catcher. Nick Allen, no, nothing. Nothing in Charles LeBlanc. These are all new cards we're flipping over, ladies and gentlemen. Not read these guys yet. We got no recon. No, nothing gained, nothing lost, but no recon on these gentlemen. That on to Baltimore. On to Dean Kramer. Dean Kramer. Not on the board as of yet. What do we got? No Mullins. Adley Rushman on the board. Ryan O'Hearn. No O'Hearn. Tyler O'Neill on the board. No Causa. Westberg. Nothing. Gary Sanchez. Nothing. Ramon Urias on the board. Jackson Holiday on the board. Nothing new. We've read all these men. I don't believe Kramer's new. That's a new one. Dean Kramer gave up 6 runs on 6 hits and 2 walks while taking the loss in Friday's Grapefruit League game against Detroit, striking out 3 over 3 innings. Ugh. It was a struggle for Kramer, who gave up 3 home runs Friday and hasn't looked particularly sharp in the Grapefruit League. Over 3 appearances this spring, the 29-year-old right-hander is a 9 ERA, 188 whip, and 8 Ks across 8 frames. Kramer posted an unimpressive 4.10 ERA over 129 innings in 2024, but he still appears to be locked into a spot in Baltimore's rotation to begin 2025, as Grayson Rodriguez is slated to start the season on the injured list. This guy sucks. Don't you ever feel like you can just fucking, get your arms straight, go out there and fucking say, look, you're paying this guy $8 million. He sucks. Pay me fucking just as much. I'll throw it underhand. These other gentlemen, we've read them all, except I don't believe Tyler O'Neill. That's a new one. We flipped the Tyler O'Neill card. Starting in left field and batting cleanup in Sunday's split squad game against the Twins. O'Neill sat out the past couple of days of Grapefruit League action due to left rib cage soreness, which came on the heels of an absence due to illness. The 29-year-old is still on track to be ready for opening day. But it's worth remembering that his 113 contests last season represented just the second time in his big league career that the off-injured outfielder has reached triple digits in games played. All right, I'm going to move her to 130. I'm going to move my barber shit to 130. There we go. Problem solved. All right, moving on. It's all about the lineups. Tampa Bay. The Rays on the mound for the Rays. Ryan Pepiot. Pepiot. I apologize for the sniffles. I have allergies. The weather in Florida is being weird. What do we got? No Pepiot. No Pepiot. What do we got in the lineup? Johnny Aranda, nothing. Christopher Morel, nothing. Josh Lau, nothing. Junior Caminero, still a 3-card third baseman. Curtis Mead, 2-card, second base. No Ben. Carson Williams on the board. Cameron Meisner, 2-card outfielder. Coco Montez, nothing. All right. We got some new names, I believe. A couple of new names. No, well, Mead, no. Caminero, no. We've read these guys. But these 2 are new. Nothing on Pepiot. Carson Williams went 1 for 4 the double against the Red Sox in Wednesday's Grapefruit League game. Williams got the chance to start at shortstop while hitting 5th in the order. He faced Garrett Crochet in the second inning and fell behind 0-2 in the count before lacing a double to left field that landed just before the wall. Williams is a candidate for a midseason promotion to the majors and has gone 2 for 13 with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks so far in spring training. Impressive. Most impressive. Cameron Meisner, nothing new. Moving on to Detroit. On the mound for the Tigers, Casey Mize. And I do believe we've heard that name. I believe we have a Casey Mize on the board here. Casey Mize is not only on the board, Casey Mize is a fucking 2-card catcher. 2-card pitcher. 2-card pitcher, ladies and gentlemen. On the board, Casey Mize is our starter, which means we'll be ignoring the Rays bats. If we can. Lieber Torres, 2-card. Javi Baez on the board. Riley Green, 2-card outfielder. Spencer Torkelson, 2-card first base. No Malloy. Theron Lozano, on the board catcher. Jake the Snake Rogers, also 2 catchers. Zach Mc... Somebody's screaming outside. It's really weird. I feel like nobody's reacting at the pool. Fuck him. He's not making lineups. Jahmai Jones, 3-card outfielder. We like Jahmai Jones. No McKinstry. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? One of these gentlemen has got to go. Lozano will participate in spring training with the Tigers as a non-roster invitee. Lorenzo, who came over to Detroit last summer in the trade that sent Jack Flaherty to the Dodgers, is considered Detroit's top catching prospect. He's only 21 and has yet to appear at the Double-A level, so his MLB debut is probably not coming soon. But he could make a good impression this spring. For the time being, the Tigers figured a role with Jake Rogers and Dylan Dingler behind the plate. Lorenzo should be on the radar in dynasty formats. Well, he's on the radar today. Torkelson is a 2-carder. Gleber's a 2-carder. Javi Baez is not. What do we got, Javi? Running and swinging at 100% recently. Javi Baez underwent a right hip labral repair last September and has been ramping up slowly during the winter months. The veteran shortstop made his Grapefruit League debut Friday, and although he went 0 for 2 with a walk in the DH, he said afterwards that he felt good. Baez could bounce back some in 2025 if he's fully healthy, but he will likely see a reduced role with the younger Trey Sweeney. Expect to see a lot of playing time at short. Oh, yeah. Nothing worse than getting. All right, so Riley Green, 2-card outfielder. Jahmai Jones, 3-card outfielder. Gleber's a 2-card infielder. Torkelson's 2. It comes down to Lorenzo and Baez. We're going to cut the older man Baez. We're going to stick with the catching prospect, Theron Lorenzo. That is your Detroit stack. Moving on to the New York Mets. On the mound, Paul Blackburn, who got his fucking balls handed to him. Why do they keep letting these guys pitch? Just look out in the crowd and say any prospects want to come and try out because we got Paul Blackburn. He's fucking terrible. That's how you know to take a lot of fucking Cardinals today. Lindor, nothing yet. Juan Soto, 4-card outfielder. Oh yeah, Juan, we're going. Fucking love Juan. No Sneaky Pete. No Winker. Mark Vientos, 2-card third base. No Marte. Luis Torrens on the board at catcher. No Taylor. No Luis Angel Acuna. Luis Angel Acuna. All right, that's our Mets stack. Paul Blackburn, you suck. I'm not even reading your card. Luis Torrens went 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer in Monday's Grapefruit League game against the Cardinals. The 28-year-old took Sonny Gray deep the other way in the second inning for his first long ball of the spring. Torrens is set to open the season as the Mets' starting catcher with Francisco Alvarez on the shelf until at least April, but there's little reason to expect him to make an impact with regular playing time. His 229, 292, 373 slash line over 130 regular season plate appearances in 2024 was very similar to his 227, 289, 356 career line. I'm telling you, he's mediocre. Mark Vientos went 1 for 2 with a walk and a 2-run homer in Sunday's Grapefruit League game against the Nationals. After Francisco Lindor reached on an error to lead off the bottom of the first inning for the Mets, Vientos crushed the Jake Irvin pitch over the fence in left center field. It was the third baseman's first long ball of the spring, and Vientos has had a solid camp so far, batting .273 with a one walk and 8 appearances. After a breakout 2024, New York is counting on the 25-year-old to handle a spot in the heart of the batting order this season. Juan Soto went 2 for 3 with a double, a solo home run, and a second run scored in Monday's Grapefruit League game against the Cardinals. The $765 million man is thoroughly enjoying his first spring training with the Mets, taking Sonny Gray deep in the third inning. Soto is batting .444 through 8 Grapefruit League appearances, and 5 of those hits, 2 doubles, 3 homers have gone for extra bases. The 26-year-old might see his power decline in the move from Yankee Stadium to Citi Field after he slugged the career-high 41 homers in 2024, but Soto has never posted an OBP below 400 in his career and has finished the season with an OPS lower than 900 only once. The stats. It's all about the stats. We love those Mets bats. Mets bats today, ladies and gentlemen. Hot bats. Hot fucking bats. On the mound for the Cardinals. Miles Mikolas. Oh, I love my bulldog snore. No Miles on the board yet, which means we can go wild on the Met Bats. Only 3. What we got? Mason Wynn on the board. No Donovan. Lars Nootbaar on the board. Nolan Arenado on the board. Alec Burleson on the board. Nolan Gorman on the board. Pedro. Victor Scott, 3-card outfielder. And Mike Ciani, nothing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's always nice. It's always kind of nicer to do it up here. So Scott's thing. He's a 3-carder. Nolan Gorman, 1 card. For lesson, we got new recon. Sometimes got to test it out. What do we got? Miles Mikolas, we've read this man already. No new recon. Alec Burleson might see his playing time impacted if the Cardinals elect to start Lars Nootbaar in left field, or in Michael Ciani or Victor Scott in center. The trickle-down effect could result in Brendan Donovan playing more second base than Nolan Gorman being used more in the designated hitter spot. Burleson / 292, 341, 464 versus right-handed pitching last season. So he still figures to play plenty against righties. But it might not be as often as his fantasy managers would like. Gorman is just 4 for 26 with 9 Ks. Fuck off, you're out. Good. Arenado, Mason Wynn, Lars Nootbaar. This is all old shit. Victor Scott. The Cardinals are torn on whether to start Scott or Michael Ciani in center field. Lars Nootbaar appears to see most of his playing time in left, and will be in the backup in center field behind whoever out of Scott or Ciani wins the job. Scott has had a nice spring at the plate, going 7 for 22 with 1 home run and 4 stolen bases. He's also impressing the team with his work ethic, confidence, and maturity this spring. Meanwhile, Ciani is only 1 for 25 at the dish during Grapefruit League play, but offers the superior glove. The Cardinals are not expected to carry both Scott and Ciani on the opening day roster. So the loser of this battle appears destined for Triple-A Memphis. Oh, yo. Scott's playing for his fucking job. We do have to read the pitches if anything new comes up, just because we need a second pitcher. Miles Mikolas wants to throw fewer balls in the zone on 2-strike counts this season. Mikolas has a microscopic 4% walk rate over the last 2 seasons, but he's also surrendered more 2-strike hits than anyone in baseball over that span. The goal for 2020, we read this, entering the last year of his fucking huge monster contract. I don't know. We got Met Bats today. Juan Soto. I think Juan Soto's going to go fucking yard on this guy. We might be avoiding that St. Louis. We know right now, Detroit, Casey Myers, 2-card pitcher, is our lead. Who is our second pitcher? That's what it boils down to. So welcome to Houston. Your starting pitcher, Brandon Walter. Looking for new recon. We never rush. If we rush, we lose. No Brandon Walter on the board just yet. No Cooper, Cam Smith, 2-card, third baseman. Victor Caratini behind the dish. No Singleton. Jake the Snake Myers, 2-card outfielder. Jay Wickham, second base on the board. Ben Gamel, nothing. Bryce Matthews on the board. We have 5. Anything new here? We got some newbies. Brandon Walter allowed 1 run on 2 hits and a walk while striking out 1 batter over 1 inning in Saturday's loss to the Nationals. Walter missed the entirety of the 2024 season while nursing a right shoulder strain, but he's now all set for the 2025 campaign. The left-hander last pitched in 2023, producing a 6.26 ERA and 170 whip with 16 strikeouts over 23 innings and 9 appearances with the Red Sox. Walter is participating in spring training as a non-roster invitee, and if he sticks around with the Astros, he'll likely begin the year with Triple-A Sugarland. Sugarland, baby. This is all old stuff. Cam Smith will play 5 innings in right field in a game on the backfields Tuesday. Astros manager Joe Espada said earlier Tuesday that Smith would play right field in a Grapefruit League game soon, and apparently he'll be eased into things in the outfield in a lower-profile contest right away. Whether Smith is truly being considered as an option to open the season in right field for the Astros is very much up in the air, but the third base prospect, adding to his versatility, would give him an additional path to playing time with the big club. Anything Bryce? I think we've read Bryce, and there's nothing on him anyway. So we're good. Houston Stack. What do we got going on? I used to live next to Nationals Park. Ooh, Mackenzie Gore. His name has popped up a few times on those, those who to fucking check out sheets. Who to watch, when they fucking just put all that. Mackenzie Gore on the bell. We got our second pitcher. Yay. Second pitcher in the books. Mike Soraka. Mackenzie Gore. All right. CJ Abrams on the board. Dylan Cruz, 2-card outfielder. James Wood, 2-card outfielder. Nathaniel Lowe, nothing. Josh Bell on the board. Paul DeYoung, 2-card third baseman. Kyber Ruiz behind the dish. No Ahmed. Jacob Young. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 gentlemen here. 2 got to go. Jacob Young, are you a 1 card? You are. You're out. Kyber Ruiz. You give Young a shot. Who absolutely stays? Let's see that. Who stays first? Because Ruiz, I believe, launched one into the fucking stratosphere the other day. 2 gentlemen have got to go. Cruz stays. DeJong stays. We got Abrams. We got Bell. 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. We got Kyber Ruiz. 2 for 4, 2 home runs. He fucking stays. DeYoung stays. We've got Abrams here. 2 for 4, the home run and 2 RBIs. Cruz is a 2-carder. James Wood is a 2-carder. Young, what do you got? Nothing. You're out. So what this comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, DeJong stays, Wood stays, Cruz stays. This is down to Josh Bell, CJ Abrams, who's batting leadoff, Kyber Ruiz, who's batting 7th. The 2 home run guy beats the 1 home run guy. Boom. There is your 5. Ruiz, DeJong, Abrams, Cruz, and Wood. Yes. Leadoff hitter. First baseman got 1 home run. They all basically have recent home runs, but Kyber Ruiz has 2 recent home runs. That's what we play. On to the rest. The final team, the all-star team. Oh, no, we got to read Mackenzie Gore. These are all old cards. Mackenzie Gore threw 2 innings against live hitters in the batting cage Monday. The Nationals and Gore are saying all the right things about him on the side, rather than the game so far. Manager Dave Martinez said Gore and Mike Soraka will make their spring debut soon, and Zuckerman speculates the duel could start the National split squad game Saturday. We know he did, and we know he performed well. So here we go. All-star team. First up, Casey Mize. Casey Mize. 3 scoreless innings in Saturday's Grapefruit League game against the Phillies. Walked 1, struck out 2. It's early, but Mize has now tossed 5 scoreless innings through 2 outings this spring with 5 strikeouts and a 0.6 whip. The former number 1 overall pick is making a strong case for a rotation spot to begin the year. And while some of his prospects shine is worn off, Mize could still be a useful starting option if he's fully healthy. Fantasy managers should keep an eye on him moving forward, even if he's not yet a must-add player. Well, he's must-add today. He's on number 1. Mackenzie Gore on number 2. It's Anderson and Mize. Kramer and Mize. Tepiot, and this one will be Gore. Mize and Gore. Blackburn and Mize. Mikolas and Mize. Walter and Mize. Gore and Mize. As for the catching, Baldwin's a 1, Sandy Leone's a 2. Does anybody drop the 2 card? Ruiz, the 2 home runs. Torrens is coming in, but Again, we have one 2-card catcher. That man gets the job. Sandy Leone. First base. For lessons on the board, Torkelson's a 2-card. Aranda, Hummel. We have one 2-card first baseman, Mr. Spencer Torkelson. That's easy. Leone and Torkelson. Good. Catching, Sandy Leone. First base, Spencer Torkelson. Good there. First base, Torkelson. Catcher, Sandy Leone. We have no recon on the man, but we know he's shown up twice. Torkelson. Torkelson. Second base. What do we got? Montez LeBlanc. I believe Charles LeBlanc was a 2-carder. Again, we have no Curtis Mead. We have more recon on. He's also a 2-carder. So Reed's going to top LeBlanc. But he is going up against Casey Mize. That works against him. But he could also play third, so we might have to come back to him if no better options are available. Gleyber Torres, ladies and gentlemen, bat and lead off, 2-carder, and he wins. Gleyber at second. Third base. Now, again, we can go back to, we got Junior Caminero has been a 3-carder for a while. I believe he's the only 3-carder. Is Vientos a 3 or Vientos is a 2, I believe? I would love to go with Vientos, but again, you cannot go with your bias. If Vientos is a 2 and Caminero is a 3, then it's Caminero. Remember, your bias must come out of the equation. As a Met Yankee fan, you must not play to bias. Torres, Caminero at third. But he is going up against Casey Mize. But he's the only 3-card. If it's a tie, you knock it out. He's a 3-card. All right. Shortstop. Shortstop. Abrams is a 1-card. We have no 2-card. Baez on the board. He's coming off an operation. Rosario, Nick Allen. Nick Allen's a 1, I believe. Nick Allen is a 1-card. Abrams. Bat and lead off. He's also a 1-card. Carson Williams also 1-card. He's playing for the other side. The tie will go to the leadoff hitter for the Washington Nationals, Mr. C.J. Abrams. So Torres, Caminero, and Abrams. Abrams at short. Abrams at short. Third base. Caminero. I want Vientos. My bias wants Vientos. My system says Caminero. Torres. And Abrams. Torres. Torres. All right. Primary outfielder. We have 2 3-cards in the outfield. Oh, well, fuck that. We got Juan Soto as our number. Juan fucking Soto. He's our first outfielder right there. He's a fucking 4-card. Boom. Soto. That lineup is done. The Atlanta stack is finished. Soto. Soto. Shortstop. I can't believe we missed Abrams. And Soto. Boom. That's done. Soto is already here. We'll come back. Soto. Soto love. We love Mr. Soto. Boosh. Now we got to find a second outfield, which we'll come back to in a second here. Done. Need 2 outfielders over there. One here. All right. Who is our second outfield? We have 2 3 cards. We could fill it in here, but who takes the second spot over who? Which card trumps the other, in our opinion, here? We have Victor Scott, which you know we're a fan of, and Jemai Jones. Both batting at the bottom of the order, both 3 cards. 3-run homer. Victor Scott. He's going up against Paul Blackburn, who fucking is just loves giving up fucking home runs. So Victor Scott is my number 2, Jemai Jones my number 3. Lineup is in. So here, second outfielder Victor Scott. Done. Second outfielder Victor Scott. Double decker carne asada. Oh, that looks delicious. Victor Scott, Jemai Jones. Boom. Like those Detroit bats today. Done. Done. Let me show you. Done. Done. Sure, that's done. I think that is done. Ladies and gentlemen, may fate and fate decide your fortune if you win with me, as I've been winning the last couple of days. Make sure to blow your money here on the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Peace, love, war.